Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Ashysource, aka Ashy, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about Dragon Age Dread. I mean the Veilguard. I'm going to be talking about that today in the trailer that they just released at the Xbox event that was at Summer Game Fest. That was on June 9th. We're going to be talking about that real quick, and we're going to get into other things. Spoiler alert, there's going to be a lot of spoilers in this, talking about all of the games and all of the books and all of that kind of good stuff. So if you're not into that kind of thing, I'd probably click off of the video, because this is going to be a nice long take on everything that's going on in the Dragon Age universe, and what's going on in the marketing, and what's going on in general, what's going on just with BioWare. So if you're into that, there's going to be more content like that coming soon, more Dragon Age stuff, so you can like and subscribe, and let's jump into the video. The trailer. I'm not a very big fan of art styles that look like this. I know a lot of people hate this art style because it reminds them of the scenes for a reboot or a Overwatch like MOBA mini like app game kind of thing. It's not my favorite either. I didn't really like the way that this looked either when I seen it, and I was kind of shocked, and I kept looking at the trailer and just like, this is Dragon Age, and it says coming out this year, but the way that the trailer just looked, the art style is just not my favorite. We go from Inquisition and how the way it looked more similar to how the game was going to look in the ending. Like, I know some people are like, no it didn't, but only Varric and Cassandra were the weirdest looking people in the game, actually, because you can look back at the trailer and a lot of the characters looks fine. Like, even in the Vivian trailer and stuff like that, they look mostly normal except her eye color changed. But Varric looks very strange, and so does Cassandra. They just don't look really normal. But other than that, it kept the tone. It kept the tone that Inquisition had, that you're supposed to lead them and fall. Even though I'm a bit iffy on that whole thing, but it still showed how, oh, you're gonna be messing with fade portals and things like that. It just kind of felt like, hey, you can play as this character and that character and this character and stuff like that, like from a live service game. And it reminds me of how people were mad about the Concord game that was shown at the PlayStation event. It kind of reminded me of how they were showing off the characters in that and having it like seemed like it was going to be a story-based trailer, and then they just started blasting through these characters and showing you what they do and stuff like that. I was expecting, if I've never played Dragon Age and this was my first time seeing Dragon Age, I would have thought this was some kind of Overwatch Valorant, like kind of, I said that so weird, Valorant. I would have thought it was one of those games, and that these were their powers that they show you before you go play the game that just plays like Valorant or, you know, Overwatch. I can understand why people are kind of, because it kind of looks like they're trying to market a live service / multiplayer that's connected to Dragon Age than actually Dragon Age. And I know that there's some people who are saying like, no, it's not, it's only single player. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I've seen it, and I know it's single player. I've been following this game since they showed it off. I've been playing Dragon Age since the year it got rebooted and development, and they showed it off in a year later. I know this stuff. I followed this game most of the time, so I know it's single player and it started from a multiplayer game. But I'm just saying the trailer is very off-putting. I know that some of the devs have already said that you should wait until the 11th to see the new gameplay and stuff like that, and I get that, and I'm going to wait. But right now we're talking about how the trailer looked, and I don't think this trailer looked very well done for the tone. The tone just looks off. The music sounds like it's for a trailer for a movie. It's really weird. I know that they didn't get that dude Trevor Morris, I'm pretty sure his name was, from like Dragon Age, and they didn't get the Dragon Age Inquisition, and they didn't get the guy from the other two Dragon Age games. So one other thing that I did not like about the trailer, it's kind of the same thing as the Dragon Age Inquisition trailer. Like, even though people are going to say, you're just being picky, no, the ending of the Dragon Age trailer for Dragon Age Veilguard, like, this game has the same almost ending of the trailer. Like, they're fighting, and then after they're done fighting the demons or monsters, they turn around and then they see the dragon, and the dragon roars. And I think in Inquisition's version it had fire coming out of its mouth, and the other one it just roars, and then it says Dragon Age. It's almost exactly like Dragon Age or Dragon Age Inquisition. And that's my issue. A lot of people are probably gonna look at it and be like, "Yeah, you're just overreacting." But no, it's literally like the trailer. Now we're going to talk about the backlash. The backlash for this game is pretty bad. From comments, to videos and the uproar on social media, it's not good. Like, Reddit was off the chain when it came to this. They were like, this is ugly, this doesn't look right, this game is not what I'm expecting, I'm not happy about this. And then there was people on Twitter and like BioWare like blocking people's comments and stuff like that about this game, because I think they knew that the marketing team screwed up with this one, and they were just like, we're getting a lot of hate for this and stuff like that. Like, on the video, it has like the last time I seen it was like 31k or 32k likes, and then it had over 150k dislikes. People are literally screaming in the comments being like, this looks too much like Disney, this looks too much like Fortnite, this looks too much like that kind of stuff. And I can understand where they're coming from, but these people are like literally all going off the wall with this game. They're like, this is just ugly, this is just awful, this is just terrible. And I'm like, I'm not the most doom and gloom person because this is a CGI trailer, but I'm just coming off as a person who's literally saying that this was a really bad idea to do that. And it's not like, oh, I'm so worried, doom and gloom, but I'm just saying, I'm giving you feedback on this trailer basically, because this trailer is so strange and so different from all of the other Dragon Age trailers. You can watch the Dragon Age Origins trailer and they're like realistic. They're doing the Sacred Ashes trailer. There's the one where his eyes are glowing from like the blight or something. It was a very off trailer, but the one that Sacred Ashes, the one from the Sacred Ashes looks really nice, and even though it's not the gameplay that you're expecting when you play the game, because obviously back then it was a strategy like game, but it mostly fit the tone pretty well. Like, they're fighting monsters, things like that. It still wasn't that bad. Like, I know some people are like, it doesn't look like Dragon Age. It doesn't look like Dragon Age Origins art style, but it definitely is the tone of Dragon Age Origins. The backlash is just really bad. I know that a lot of people are just hating on this. At least at the moment, they were hating on this trailer like really bad. It's still getting dislikes at the moment. It's just really bad. Moving on from that, we're going to talk about the community council that they announced that they had. They had some of these YouTubers and like people who just post on Twitter or stuff like that. At least that's where I see them most of the time. People who joined was Lady Insanity. She does a lot of BioWare videos. Her name's like Ash, I'm pretty sure. There's Giltharn. I think I'm pronouncing that wrong. It's probably Giltharn or Giltharn. I'm not good at the names from Dragon Age, but that's Katie. She makes a lot of lore videos and stuff, like breaking down stuff. And they had Kayla Elizabeth and Sarah Spooks and Shinobi 602. Those are apparently people who were on the council. There's a few more, but I didn't see all their names. So they apparently have played the gameplay and stuff like that, and they can't talk about it too much. But people are taking it as damage control. And saying that, yeah, it's looking like damage control, that they are lightening their NDAs and stuff like that, because after the trailer came out, it looks pretty bad. So they wanted these people to come out and say, like, I'm a part of the community council, and I think the gameplay was really good, and stuff like that. And a lot of them are saying, like, it's a fine meal, and, I'll put some up on the screen. Let me find some. Katie Giltharn, here is her tweet. She said, while I had a video announcement, I'll say it here. I too was a part of the Dragon Age Community Council. We have been working a few years now on giving feedback on the various aspects of the game. And that's literally all I can say at the moment. See you all the 11th. Now, the reason why people are saying that this is probably damage control was because she came back afterwards on another tweet saying, so my NDA leash has been loosened and I am able to say more now. Here's a small thread. In our time on the council, we were given the chance to play the game twice. Once in fall 2022 and later in the year of 2023. What I played is going to be different from what ships in a ton of ways, but style is obviously different from Dragon Age Inquisition. All Dragon Ages don't match. Let's be real. We had a lot of notes on the art direction that we had been told, shown, and were changed and made into the trailer that isn't what was shown today. All that said, it's going to have that look to it, just refined as others have said. Dragon Age has a history of funky trailers, and this is the most Dragon Age thing it could have done. This is not Dragon Age Inquisition 2. This is not Baldur's Gate 3. This is Dragon Age, the Veilguard. Let it speak, honestly listen, and see how you feel. On the tone of the trailer, I keep saying this time and again. Tevinter Nights is a better tone indicator than the trailer and what we saw. Granted, there was a lot we didn't see. I don't know everything, but Tevinter Nights has felt the most Dragon Age the Veilguard to me. The gameplay reveal is on the 11th and is going to be the best indicator of what Dragon Age the Veilguard is going to be. If it doesn't click with you, then yeah, I'm sorry. But if it does, join me on the hype train this fall. I loved what I played. I love the world. I can say this not as an EA shill, but one of those unfortunate souls who has latched onto the media world so hard. This game is for me. For the hardcore Dragon Age lore nerds, I've been secretly screaming about things I saw for months now. Also adding, I feel like Mr. BioWare will want me to say it, but there's tons of room for new fans as well. There is room for both of us. Dragon Age the Veilguard has two hands to hold us both. Tara Spooks posted on Twitter, as someone who has played some of the Veilguard already, the enemies and locations are beyond anything we've seen before. I'm very impressed. The gameplay reveal captures Dragon Age's classic dark elements. The horror and gore is back, and you won't be disappointed. Kayla Elizabeth said on Twitter, I played Dragon Age the Veilguard because I was also on the community council. It's been one of the most amazing experiences of my life. We spent a few years providing feedback, and I think BioWare made something truly special. It's something different, but it's also dark and beautiful, and I genuinely love it. Am I biased? Of course. Dragon Age has changed my life. But what I have played, I loved as a die-hard Dragon Age fan. I hope everyone enjoys the gameplay reveal on Tuesday. What they did is special, and I know the team is excited for everyone to actually see the game. I'm always honest in my opinions, and you'll hear my criticism too. But go in with an open mind. I think it's the most beautiful Dragon Age game they've made, and I hope everyone loves it too. Shinobi602 said, I got a sneak peek at gameplay of Dragon Age Veilguard. Not the entire thing, can't skip details, but what I saw assured me that BioWare has cooked up a very fine meal. Y'all know how I love Dragon Age and Mass Effect. Well, I don't hide it, and I get some of the skepticism from the trailer, especially the tone. But from what I saw, it's absolutely still plenty dark and gritty, and a step forward in quality of the series. If the rest of the game keeps up, oh boy. Someone on Twitter asked if it's as dark and gritty or just Guardians of the Galaxy, and he responded, not like The Witcher or Cyberpunk gritty, but the series has never been like that IMO. It's in the line of the rest of the Dragon Age games. I did not feel Marvel-y or too whimsical or anything to me. Going back to what he was saying, from The Witcher, I say The Witcher's basically on the tone of Dragon Age Origins when it comes to dark stuff. I played the first Witcher, and it was pretty dark, but it kind of felt like a Dragon Age game. It didn't really feel that dark compared to like Dragon Age. Like, I played most of the game, I got halfway through it, and then I watched the rest of it because I don't like the gameplay of the first game. And I don't know if the other games are darker, but I know that they're pretty dark too. And Dragon Age Origins is really dark. Like, a lot of the lore and stuff like that you learn in the game, in the storyline, it's really dark. So Cyberpunk, I've seen stuff from Cyberpunk, and my brother played Cyberpunk and told me stuff, and it does not seem that dark. Like dark fantasy dark, but it could be dark, but I don't think people said it was as dark as Dragon Age or The Witcher to me, at least from what I read and people told me that I know. But I guess we'll take the word for it. For me, I'm gonna go in with an open mind. I hope it's way better than Dragon Age Inquisition and 2, and this is just like the next Dragon Age game. I want to have hope please don't bother me in my hopium, but that's what I hope. And I'm gonna say that I don't think this was damage control, at least hopefully it's not. I think these people are giving out their true opinions because they just do love the franchise and stuff like that, and I just hope that what they played is really good and that they really liked it. Now, with damage control, I think damage control is the new trailer that they just posted on Twitter today, and I'm gonna play a clip of that right now.
She's the best damn detective I've ever met. If she says she's got a lead on Solus, I believe her.
Should we be in more of a hurry to get out of here?
We don't want to look conspicuous. Just get out of here nice and casual. Find Nev Gallus and stop Solus.
It looks better. It looks way better. This looks more like Dragon Age. This looks more like a game. At least they're not sliding like in Inquisition where someone would stop and they just start sliding. But jokes aside, this looks really good. I love the way that this looks. I think Mike Gamble responded to a tweet saying like, someone saying, I want to live there. And he's like, no, you don't. And if you've read anything about Mithrathis or Teventer and stuff like that, would never want to live there. Would never want to live in those two places. So I can't wait to see, like, hopefully they have Antiva and stuff like that, and I hope they show a little bit of that off in the gameplay trailer that's coming up soon. But it looks really good, and I think this was what they should have shown on there. I don't know why they made a trailer. I don't know why they didn't just like show off some gameplay, show off a little bit of hints of something there. You know, that would have really brought people in. This trailer is really bad, and that's why the whole video is me talking about this, is because this was bad marketing. I don't believe in saying, oh, since they showed this little piece and it's like, oh, it looks so much better, this is what they should have showed. That I doubted it. No, you should not. So I'm going to say that it was still a bad idea, and I'm still going to say that trailer was bad because the tone was really bad, the music was strange, and like it did not feel like Dragon Age. It felt like a MOBA. It felt like some kind of live service game, and it's not a live service game. They have put it everywhere that it's not a live service game. We're gonna jump from the bad news or the negative news into some better news with some in-game looks from the game. They showed some in-game graphics and stuff like that in a Game Informer post, so we're gonna just go talk about that and bring that up. First up, we got a picture from the cover of Game Informer that has the characters. It has all of the characters on there. We're gonna talk about the characters in a few from the trailer, but they showed off that they have like a new art for there, and they were showing off some other pictures on like Twitter, and I think there's an image, yeah, the cover image and the image that's on the top page. It shows Rook, Tash, and Neve. We're gonna talk about those characters in a few minutes, but they show these characters. This is apparently in-game footage of what they look like. I think that one thing I will say, and I was supposed to say this when I was the trailer, was that the companions look very strange in there. They look kind of weird, like I said, Fortnite-y, weird like that. And now I look at Tash here, and she looks so much better. I'm gonna post the comparison right now. These two look completely different from the art style, and I think this looks more like Inquisition. I love the way that Neve looks in this image. She looks really nice. We're gonna jump into the next thing that Dragon Age posted, where they posted a few images of the new Dragon Age in-game places. First up, we got Minrathis. They tweeted this on Twitter and posted it on their other social medias. This looks great. This looks like some stuff that they really wanted to do in Inquisition. I think this is really nice. Look at that. And in the trailer that I just showed, it looks like that's what they were looking at, they were walking around in. And this looks incredible. I really hope when they show off that it looks exactly like this, because they said this is a sneak peek of in-game, and I think they were doing this as damage control too, because I do think that they were just kind of showing this off, being like, guys, look, the game is beautiful, it has really good lighting. And I think when we got one of them, it was in the tweet from Syra, I think her name was, Syra Spooks. It had a image of like red lyrium, and from there we kind of knew that they had some really good lighting and really realistic textures, but because things kept changing in development, we didn't know if it was going to look like that. But Minrathis looks beautiful. Next, we have a very dangerous place apparently in the Veilguard. That is, it looks like a bunch of skeletons, and they're like really tall up, but they also have like green lights. I'm wondering if that has something to do with Navara or something, because that is very Navaran to have people who bring people back to life with necromancy. And you can see characters down there, and it looks like one of the characters is a Quinari, which you can play as apparently. Next, we have a cavern of some sort. It looks really nice. It looks like something from Inquisition. It's definitely very pretty. The lighting is really nice. I really hope that they have this lighting in game, because this is beautiful. This, you definitely get some really nice pictures when you're in the game, and I am super excited. And please, BioWare, I really hope you guys added a picture mode. I know people hate it. I know, but I want one. I want to take pictures. I want to have screensavers, okay? And then we have another image. This is another area that looks also like a graveyard like area. Very spooky looking, very dark. Really liking the dark way that this game looks. Like, the mood is so different. This is what I wish that they would have showed in the trailer. It would have worked so well. But this is what it looks like. It's super spooky. I'm super excited to see this. I really hope it looks like this in game, because I know that you're saying these are in game, but you know, sometimes they fix up a little bit and make it look nicer, like fly cam like stuff, like, you know. So this is really beautiful. This is a really beautiful place. It looks like some kind of Navara place. Like, once again, it looks like necromancy and stuff like that. It looks really nice. It could be anywhere, like, obviously it could be like Tevinter and stuff like that, but Navara is just known for bringing people back to life and stuff like that, because Cassandra even talks about her family being like that, and this just looks so much better than what they showed off in that trailer. It's so dark, it's so different. And after that, they were just like posting stuff, they were retweeting stuff, and then they went and showed the trailer today, where it had whole voice acting, and it showed your character Rook. A while ago, a YouTuber named Jackdaw actually brought this up, talking about how he figured out the character was named Rook due to leaks, and due to the fact that Mark Dara posted a while ago, this was a while ago, that he posted like a little book or something that had a dreadwolf over a rook. It looked like a dreadwolf that looked like it was made out of flame. If I can find it, I'll post a picture of it. But he found out the character's name was Rook. And everyone who probably watched him kind of figured that out. I don't know if other people on social media did, but that's where I found out. So now we have Rook. And Rook is apparently, at least this looks like their canon version of Rook. He's dark-skinned. And he looks human, but the other ones did show that there was other versions, and I think they were just kind of showing those out. But it seems like Rook, at least from the cover art that they're using on the Game Informer thing, they had that Rook is a black male. Alright, to jump into the next thing, which is going to be from the press event that happened. The press release had some of the characters. You can go look that up. I'm gonna link that in the description because there's a lot of words, but just to make this quick, we're gonna talk about the characters. We have this companion is named Bellara. I'm gonna call her that because that's what it seems like it's spelled like. She's a creative and romantic veil jumper obsessed with uncovering ancient secrets. Sounds like something that they would have did for like Dagna or something. Interesting. Also, she's one of the first ever Asian companions, and I don't know if anyone follows me on Twitter, but I actually mentioned this a while ago that they never really had anyone that's Asian in Dragon Age, and it's wild that they actually did this for Dragon Age. The Veilguard. This is really interesting. Darwin, a bold and charming Grey Warden who has made a name for himself as a monster hunter. It's really cool. He has a griffin. Apparently they released the name of the griffin, Asan, one of those. Asan means arrow in Elvish. Next we have Emrich, a necromancer from Navara's Morn Watch, who comes complete with a skeleton assistant, Manfred. By the way, if you kept up with them, he was actually in one of the short stories. Next was Harding. The Dwarven Scout returns to the fray as a companion with her big heart, positive outlook, and a ready bow, as well as an unexpected magical powers. That's interesting. All I think about is like Sandal, and I'm guessing this has something to do with the Titans. They said that the mages were, I think, where they like He said something about the elves tested on them or something like that. I think, wasn't it one of the elven gods that is believed that that was why they turned into titans? I'm not the best with the lore right now, but sounds like this might have something to do with some elven powers, and I need to know because that's gonna add some new lore, and we gotta get into that. Next character, I could be absolutely butchering his name, but I've been pronouncing this for a while like this. Lucanus. I feel like that just sounds mythical. It can also be like Lucanus, but I think it's Lucanus. That just sounds more. A poised, pragmatic assassin who descends from the bloodline of the House of Crows, a criminal organization renowned throughout Thedas. Okay, if you have not read the books, he's from Tevinter Knights. He was in one of the... He was not... If you did not read the books, he's from Tevinter Knights. He actually has a storyline where he fights a character called the Wigmaker. The Wigmaker eats a bunch of hair and turns into like a spider creature. He kills it. He becomes called the Demon of like Tevinter, and he ends up in a short story called The Wake. He fakes his death, and his cousin that was in the book Tevinter Knights, he mourns him, and the characters from the comics that were in Deception, I think their name is like Virgo. It's like Virgo and something with a T, the lady. Sorry, I can't remember their names, but they're mentioned in that story, I'm pretty sure, and I think they mourn him too, or they make a grave or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but I remember reading a lot about him, and I thought he was so interesting. Another interesting character that I really enjoyed from Tevinter Knights was Neve. I really enjoyed her story. A fighter for the future.
Cynic.
A private detective and a member of Tevinter's rebellious Shadow Dragons. Super interesting. She was in the comics that I personally will have a whole conversation about later. The Missing, she was in there and she is stunning. I love the way that she looks. I've always... Now, the next character is Tash. I call her Tash because it's Taash. Tash. She's a dragon hunter allied with the Lords of Fortune who lives for adventure and doesn't mind taking risks. I just hope that she's not kind of weird, like awkward or something like that, kind of like Cassandra. I kind of hope they do something different with her. These are the characters that you will be having in your companion list. You have 7. They mentioned that in another article we're gonna bring up real quick. They mentioned this in a IGN article that was posted a few days ago. I'm just gonna use the little rundown version that I think Shinobi posted. Alright, from a article from IGN, Shinobi made a smaller tweet about it, so I can just basically link down the details. This was from a few days ago, that the first 15 minutes of gameplay premiere on the 11th. Apparently they changed it. It's going to be 20 minutes now. On their official Twitter, they posted that it's going to be 20 minutes. It was also confirmed by Mike Gamble, a developer at BioWare, that there will be a character creator showed off down the line. We don't know if it's going to be at the gameplay reveal, but that was confirmed. So 7 new companions with deep, compelling storylines. I really hope so. New title better reflects the story of group of companions. Soulless, the drag wolf, still plays a big role. Players will take on the role of an original protagonist, similar to the Warden, Hawk, and the Inquisitor. That's Rook. Though I personally think Rook is a weird name. I would have took Bishop because they're based off of like chess pieces. You and your companions will wake up the Veilguard, protecting the Veil and taking down a new evil threat unleashed upon Thedas. They said it's a defy the god, so I'm guessing it has something to do with an archdemon or something related to the Forgotten Ones or something, because there are he was gonna break the Veil and set free the elven god, so maybe the Forgotten Ones got free, maybe something, I don't know. They say defy the god, so other than the Soulless, somebody else, because it's just a new threat, and you know about Soulless. Player agency is important. Created a world where you can impact the world and your companions around you. Yes, except, let's be serious, they ain't gonna let you kill nobody. Each companion intended to present different factions in the game, have their own arcs and stories of love, loss, each with meaningful choices and emotional moments. Players will visit more regions of Thedas across deeper varieties of biomes than any Dragon Age before. Season villain beyond Soulless. I don't want to get too deep into this spoiler territory, but I can say that the Dreadwolf is not the only god players will be worried about. We kind of knew that because the trailer's out, but combat is a big focus for the team. The feature will have an ability wheel that you can use to pause, designed to give players more direct control over the companions, and you can only have 2 companions in your party, similar to Mass Effect. But yeah, that's about it. There's some concept art I wanted to show off real quick. The first one I wanted to show off is this one. It looks like Lucanus, Darwin now. I don't know if that was supposed to be Rook in the middle. And then the last one is Tash. So some of these are actually accurate to what we got. So some of these were actually good. There's also some concept art I wanted to show off that's not the companions. And one of them is this one. It's a Darkspawn. If you see in the trailer, it looks like something from Blizzard. But this one is actually really cool looking. I said this before. The lady Syra, I think Syra Spooks. She had a picture of red lyrium that was shown off, and her red lyrium looks like what basically corrupted the Darkspawn, I'm guessing, because you can see on this picture of the Darkspawn has like red lyrium like colors and stuff like that. So I'm guessing when the veil breaks or whatever, they're gonna have more red lyrium, or maybe Solus was using a lot of red lyrium to break it, because the idol seems like it's supposed to be red lyrium, like the knife that he has, and the character in the art, which I'm gonna bring up that in a few minutes, I'm guessing they have the knife and Darkspawns got corrupted by red lyrium, but in the trailer they do not look like they have red lyrium on them at all. I wonder if that was a change, because that's kind of sad, because they look sick in this art, but they kind of look goofy in the other one. But once again, the trailer is apparently not what it looks like. Mark Darrow said the same thing, and a few other people have said that. So now back to the actual art. Here is the official art. They showed this off at the ending of the trailer and everything, but the dagger that I was mentioning, that Solus seemed like he had in the other trailer that they showed off not too long ago, that was being narrated by Varric, it looks like your character has it. Even though I don't really like the clothes that your character wears, I'm gonna be real, it kind of looks like some Destiny, Mandalorian stuff. But yeah, you can see all the characters. You have Varric in there next to Neve and Lucanus, apparently, it seems like. And then there's the, like, archdemon, like, dragon. But it looks like you get the dagger, so I'm gonna guess he broke the veil, because they say it in the other trailer that it seems like he broke the veil, and they say that there's other gods, so I'm gonna guess that he breaks the veil with the thing, and somehow you get it. But, yeah. The Veilguard is, this is what we got for the Veilguard so far, and this is most of my video. I just wanted to go really into this, talk about that. Last thing for sure that I wanted to talk about, Dragon Age Summer. I wanted to mention about this because the summer reveal that they posted on Twitter was saying that on the 9th, you're gonna get a reveal trailer. You're gonna get 15 minutes of reveal time. It seems like it's gonna be 20 minutes from what they said on Twitter. Then they said the Summer Game Fest first impression, so I'm guessing people who are actually on the floor get to play it. I'm guessing. Then they said on the 14th, they're going to have a Discord developer Q&A. I'm going to definitely join into that because I want to really hear what they're going to talk about that. They're going to release the cover art for Game Informer on June 18th. And then they said more to come all summer, so I'm excited to see that. And like I said, Mike Gamble said that they're going to show off the character creator, and if it's not during the gameplay reveal, it's definitely going to be during the summer, because that's what they seem like they're going to do. So hopefully, I'm also hoping that they're going to release a demo for this game, like they did with Dragon Age 2. That gives more people some things to play. If they don't do that, I would be very sad, because like this, seeing the gameplay is one thing, but after playing it, it's going to be very different for a lot of people, and it might even get people to pick up the game and buy it. So yeah, that's all. Alright, future Ashy here. I was about to edit the video when I came back and seen some new information on Dragon Age Veilguard, and these are the new information that they added. I'm going to be reading from a Shinobi 602 tweet that says 6 factions to choose from when you create your character, with all deep roots to Thetis, such as like the Antivan Crows, Grey Wardens, Shadow Dragon, and more. You can customize your Inquisitor from Dragon Age Inquisition in the character creator and make very few key decisions that will impact how Veilguard begin. Confirmed that Scout Harding is also a romantic interest. I'm grabbing this screenshot from a Twitter called Niku30. Dragon Age added somebody on, I'm guessing their YouTube, and it said the guy treats his assassin's gig like a 9-to-5 job. And like any office worker, he likes coffee. Which goes on to another picture that I seen. These are some images from a Twitter account called GAddict1. This tweet says, already love these characters, and with the hashtag. And someone asked, where did you get these images? And they said it was on the Xbox website. They don't see them in there anymore. And the images here, I'll pop them on the screen, is one with, I'm guessing, with Rook and Emmerich and Harding. The next image I'm gonna pop up on the screen is from the same tweet, and it seems like everyone's having a nice little moment where they're all talking except Tash. She looks like she's a bit not interested. So does him. Emmerich in the middle. They all look like they're having fun except him and her. Kind of reminds me of the Andromeda moment when they were having the movie thing and the Wicked Grace situation. This looks really cute. These are some good screenshots. They still look a little clayey to me. They kind of look like they're kind of clayey, like they're kind of figurines kind of thing. A little bit. That's a little to me. But other than that, it looks pretty good. Definitely better than the trailer. So yeah, that's all that we have right now for the news of Dragon Age, at least from my knowledge. And back to me before. Not all doom and gloom. It seems like there's a lot of different things going on at BioWare, and the marketing is a bit weird, but the other stuff going on, it seems like they're gonna really pull this through for fall 2024. I'm gonna guess, personally, I think it's gonna be, I can't remember what date I said it was gonna be. It said fall, so I'm gonna guess, personally, I think it's going to be either November 15th or November 22nd. Those are usually a Friday. Some people release games on Tuesday and stuff like that these days, and I think that's mad weird. Who's gonna buy a game on a Tuesday? But I think normally they usually go for that, and Dragon Age Inquisition came out on like November something too, so like November 18th or something like that, if I'm correct. So I'm gonna be like November 15th or 22nd. So yeah, that's personally me. That's all I have to say today. I'll be back again on another video talking about Dragon Age's gameplay, and probably the next time you'll see me is talking about the developer Q&A, because I'm gonna talk about all the stuff that they talk about in there. Wait, is it Tuesday?
Whoa.